All right. Let's see. We're going to do that. And then we're going to do that. Are we in there?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. That's us.
That is us.
I see it.
Yeah, man. We are, for those of you that are watching, we are still at illustrious Q4 Studios.
Yup. Wop.
We are in a different podcast studio. How you like the backdrop, man? We got some art over here and over there.
I don't even know what's behind me right now.
All kinds of stuff, man. Yeah, but welcome back, everybody. This is episode 96.
97? 96?
I think it's 96. Because we've been supposed to do 96 for... No, this is 97.
I thought so.
Yeah, episode 97 of the Faculty Lounge podcast, man.
And we in here.
Yeah. John J over here.
Anonymous.
Yeah, also. And make sure you guys follow us on all social media at the Faculty Lounge. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Faculty Lounge. If you're listening on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Faculty-Lounge. Spotify, search for Faculty Lounge and we'll pop up in your search bar. Okay?
I kind of like this, man. It's like old school, back in the day.
Yeah, it's like the red wall.
Yeah, man.
A better wall.
It is a better wall with better lights and a better camera.
Yeah,
and
like
better microphones.
Everything
and better
we wanted.
Computer.
Yeah, Papa John's. Everything we wanted.
And nothing we don't.
So let's kick it old school, man. How was your week?
Man, this week has been crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
So the last thing I did before I ended my week and walked in the house.
Okay.
R.I.P. Bernie Mac. I gave the crazy gay dude next door some milk and cookies.
I don't even want to know how y'all approach the topic of, man, I could really go for some milk and cookies. And you was like, what? Man, I got you. Hold on. I'll be right back. Babe, this nigga wants some milk and cookies. That's how it went.
You could say so.
Oh, man.
Something like that.
Well, all right. You sharing sweets with your neighbor.
But my neighbor, man, he's like famous, like, for being a crazy motherfucker. Like, he was like on the Channel 7 News or something.
So were you in fear for your safety if you didn't provide milk and cookies? Did you think it was going to go down in more ways than one?
In the words of the immortal Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Rest in peace to Mac, man.
Yeah,
oh
man.
My God. And, yeah.
Man, it's been a long week. I feel like other stuff has happened in my personal week.
Yeah.
But, you know, once we get into the topics, y'all see exactly how personal my week has gotten. You know?
My days are blending together. So I don't know, man. I've been working hard. I don't have much time to do anything. I catch up on what's been happening during the week when I can and on Saturday. So, you know, I'm very excited because I don't get to talk about nothing but work during the week. So now I can talk about some stuff. But work is going good. Family's good. I lost a little bit of weight and my face is still bald. So, you know.
Bald face killer.
Yeah, man. Captain Skin Face.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah. Last week I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Because I had to take somebody to school.
Yep.
Turns out we get him to school. He tests positive.
Oh, and if you're wondering, we are both negatively tested for COVID-19.
Oh, you got tested too, right? Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I got tested and I'm negative, but he's asymptomatic, you know, and he was just like walking around, possibly, you know, transmitting.
So did y'all have to did you have to bring him back?
No, he's in his dorm.
Okay, so he's quarantined
in his dorm.
Okay, that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah, man.
They got the RA sitting outside his door. Like, how do they make sure he stay in the house? That's not
plot twist.
He
is the RA.
Oh my God, man, this is about to be, boy. You like unleash the outbreak monkey, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
man, all over normal Bloomington normal.
So look, right, you took a look at the video, my little soliloquy from last week.
Yeah, man.
What are your thoughts, man?
Man, I should have watched it again on the way over here.
Yeah. I
But,
mean, because I said a lot.
basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, you say it all the time, and it makes me cringe when I think about all the people who say all the crazy stuff that they want to say. You know, but you say it all the time when you say that you will fight for anyone's right to say whatever the fuck they want to say out their mouth because it's the First Amendment right, you know?
Exactly.
Or, you know, whatever action or, you know, whatever you want to do, as long as you ain't killing me, you know, like you'll stand for it because it's your First Amendment right, you know?
Exactamundo.
And you've even gone as far as to say that you'd use your Second Amendment right to protect the First Amendment right.
Absolutely.
You know? And what's his name? Isaac what?
Jonathan Isaacs.
Jonathan Isaacs. Yeah, man. Like he was you know, it's fucked up that he's like a martyr, you know, in this I'm black and I have my own individual opinion and I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
You know? And then like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And he's trying to play basketball and all he can hear in his head is, oh yeah, oh yeah. Get a little distracted. He actually hurts himself. And now we all out here laughing at the wrong shit.
Yeah, people are disgusting, man. Like those people.
Yeah, I said we out here laughing at the wrong shit, but it's not we. I'm not with them laughing at
Not at
this
all.
man who's you know, like is this what they call him, reverse race and anti-racism? It's like
I don't know. All I know is, man, if you are running around screaming Black Lives Matter when a black life is hindered in his ability to provide for his family, why are you laughing?
yeah.
Where's the matter?
Yeah, you see, it's like black lives only matter when it comes to death.
Yeah.
Like, don't stop my black life. But as far as me enriching my black life, fuck you.
If you don't believe what I believe.
No, it's not even if you don't believe what I believe. It's if you're gonna make me work, fuck you. You know, like, yeah, don't kill me, but you can't tell me what to do.
Right.
You know, and it's like, okay, if I can't tell you what to do, if she can't tell you what to do, if they can't tell you what to do, how are you gonna know when you're doing the right thing?
Yeah.
You know, like it's not even about you finding your own way and about you, you know, being an individual, you know, whatever that means. You know, it's like a leaf on a plant when it's saying they're individual.
Right.
We're all on the same plant, coming out the same dirt.
Yeah.
You know, but I just feel like, damn, I gotta make my point. I forgot what I was saying.
Come on now. You can't have no dead space, man.
I just feel like I forgot what I was saying.
Well,
Yeah, man, it's
well, look. The way I felt, and I was thinking about that, like, man, I don't understand the desire for a monolithic thought when it comes to black people because we went through that. We went through that already. Like, why is it that one person or one opinion should be uniformed across a whole culture and race of people? Like,
Yeah.
and that's not just.
oh, you heard what Joe Biden said.
No, I didn't hear what Joe Biden said.
Oh, this motherfucker, he was trying to get the Latino vote, right? God. And he was like, yeah, the Latinos are basically way more diverse than the black vote. Like, if I get one black person, I got all the black people. But unlike the black vote, the Latino vote is very diverse.
See, I'm going to have to work for the Latinos.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas, I could just throw you a pork chop sandwich in a cell phone. I got you.
Yeah. It's like, oh, man, how you going to tell us that?
Well.
He, you know, and it's, I've been listening to a couple really good speakers, man.
Yeah.
Damn, my son had my phone again?
Well.
My son had my phone again. Let me see. Now, and Thomas Chatterton Williams.
Yeah.
He said basically that something happened between the 60s and the 80s, like between the voting rights bills being passed.
Yeah.
And like the middle of the 80s with the affirmative action and the welfare
and crack.
mainly aimed at black. No. This is before crack. Mainly aimed at black people that we went from something happened in black culture. And we went from having our like own individual thoughts to becoming this group, having this group thought. Like this group thought emerged where it's like you gotta be a certain level of black for your blackness to count.
Yeah.
But if you're not, you white. You know what I'm saying? And then it's kind of like I don't have to do what you're telling me to do because the man don't want me here anyway. So fuck you and the man. You know, we developed this attitude, and it's like if it's not black enough, nobody, no matter how much you believe in this, if you're black, it's not okay to say these things.
I agree with you. And the example of that, let me ask you, and you know the answer to this question. Who invented rock and roll?
Black people, Little Richard.
But if you play guitar, you acting
white.
Wow.
Yeah, man. There was so many music. I mean, look at Ray Charles. Ray Charles was playing the piano.
And singing country music.
Yeah. You got Scott Joplin. You got, like, it goes way back. It's not just like right now. Like, black people have been very talented for a very long time. At
a lot of stuff.
And now I was also listening to Coleman Hughes. And he was saying, he's like, not anti-reparations, but he's anti-cutting the check,
Yeah.
More like...
anti-monetary.
Yeah. And he was saying, he brought up some statistics that I was shocked to hear about. Like, basically, he's saying that, in 2018 and 2019, the police actually killed more unarmed white people than black people.
Wait, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Man.
And that's the same thing that our sister that we love,
Candace Owens.
Yeah, that's same thing she was saying. But I'm trying not to sound like J. Cole talking about No Name.
Yeah.
But it's something about the sisters, something about the Queen's tone.
Really?
It's like when Candace Owens said it, it was like, like I was on the other side, like, but then he said it like calmly. And I guess he wasn't in a debate with anybody either, though. He was like on a podcast talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Whereas she was like in the middle of an actual conversation, a debate, talking to somebody on the other side of the issue.
Yeah.
And he was just like in a more of a casual conversation, talking to somebody, introducing them to the issue.
Hey, so I've never said that to you. That's funny.
What?
Brought that statistic to light that more unarmed white people are murdered than unarmed black people.
Yeah, and then he said the police kill 1,000 people a year on average.
Yep.
And 9 out of 10 are actually armed. 8 to 9 out of 10 are actually armed people.
That's what, and most of the time where you see pushback towards the organization of Black Lives Matter, that's usually the statistic that they bring up, and it makes it look like when you read the statistic, it becomes almost a non-issue. I say almost because unarmed people being killed at the hands of the police, that don't necessarily mean that you don't pose a threat, but to the unarmed people that don't pose a threat, it's an issue.
Yeah.
But when you say that, you picking sides instead of being objective.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I want to talk about today. Is it's not picking sides if you're being an individual.
Yep.
Like if you just go down the checklist and everything on this side is what you do, then yeah, you're picking sides. But if you have individual opinions on individual topics and issues, that's what makes you an individual. That's what your First Amendment right is for. It's for you to have different opinions on different topics. Like you see a black girl walking down the street with her Jinko jeans on and her black fingernails and the Ramones t-shirt on, it's not normal, but it's a reality. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
You see a young black dude walking down the street with his laptop, about to go over his friend's house and do some coding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you see, like, black people are not a monolith. It's not just, there's not just one, African American. As
the African American.
Yeah. The African American.
The black.
The African American vote.
Yeah.
The African American car of choice. The African American adult beverage.
Hennessy.
Yeah. Like, when you tell motherfuckers, I like a whiskey. I like a good blended scotch.
Yep.
They look at you like, that's not Hennessy.
Yeah, like when if you show up to the party. See, now I wouldn't. I've done it before, but I wouldn't. You show up to the party with a single malt, and motherfuckers talking about what you mix that with. Like, ice. You get looked at like you stupid.
Yeah,
but it's just I think individuality has been put to the side for the sake of some kind of perverted camaraderie.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I got one topic on my mind that I like. Let's think. What I'm trying to say is, what's something that's definitely black? Like, all black people have this in common. All black African American.
I got it.
Because I was gonna say one thing.
I got it. Afros.
Yeah, well, that's black. That's black. Black don't stop.
True.
There's afros all over the world.
True.
One thing I can say.
Black American.
Yeah.
Now,
correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Spades.
You're wrong.
What?
Yeah, I know a whole family that only play hearts.
What?
Yep.
But it's the same thing, though, right?
But it ain't spades. It is not. Hearts is not spades, man. Not at all.
It's upside down spades.
Yeah. You know the difference. One of them has upside down in front of it. I hate playing cards. I can't stand playing cards, man. 'Cause it's like the most deadly game of rock, paper, scissors ever.
Yeah, it is.
You rename. Man,
yeah, man, cards.
it's
dominoes.
a card.
I fuck with dominoes though.
I'd rather play Uno.
Yo, Uno be getting competitive.
Yeah, Uno.
This new generation has brought Uno up from the preteens to like the club
It's
age
the proverbial
kids.
Phoenix arising from the ashes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They never put the Uno cards down.
Yeah.
Shouts out to them.
Yeah, but you know,
never put your Uno cards down.
You know, I think, but I think I think this is people figuring it out, right? But in figuring it out, like I said, the last time we was together at the end of the episode, I said Kanye West is your brother, Candace Owens is your sister, and I'll leave you to figure out what to do with that, right? When I said that, what I meant is if you have a sibling, if you grew up with a sibling, there was a point where you couldn't stand that sibling. You stayed into it with that sibling. Everything the sibling did, the way they chew, the way they walk, the way they wash their face, everything bothers you about them, right?
Wash the stupid off your face.
But at the end of the day, you ain't gonna let nobody outside talk to your sister the way you talk to your sister, right?
Nah.
Exactly. So if we're under the impression that there is a so-called black agenda, it has to, in my opinion, it has to encompass all things black, including Kanye West and Candace Owens.
Yeah, see, now, and that's the thing, like, so you listen to, like, the podcasters and the radio personalities and, like, the entertainment influencer people.
Yeah.
And they talk about one aspect. They talk about half of the aspects of the black experience in America, right? And then you listen to the quite possibly the next generation of black leaders, and they're talking about all the other stuff, like the serious shit, like the economic stuff and the, you know what I'm saying, and the
like
community.
Tone Talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and they're talking about all of that, and there's like no intersection between both of them. So it's like, we're consuming the one side as consumers, but we're totally ignoring the other side.
Yeah, you're rejecting perspective,
and that's the most important. Well, I ain't gonna say it's the most important because how we talking about Kanye West and Candace Owens? Yeah, we got the Kanye West in there, and then we got Candace Owens, but then people can't really go too far beyond Candace Owens. It's like, what other well-spoken black person with, a stance on their issues can you name besides her?
See, and you know what? I take it back to her debate with Mark Lamont Hill. Like, I think Mark Lamont Hill really did a disservice for the group of people that he represented in that debate.
Yeah, man, because there's people out there who want to get into, listening to the harder topics to get into, but their introduction might be, because first impressions matter.
Yeah, a lot.
Especially when it's you yourself trying to get out there and learn something on your own.
Yeah.
Like, if this first person sounds like a clown, he might make the whole industry seem foolish.
And that's where that division comes from, because it's like, all right, I'll go and listen to let's say somebody I'll go and listen to Ben Shapiro, right? I'll go and listen to Ben Shapiro talk about something, right? And then I turn on the Breakfast Club and listen to Charlamagne talk about the same thing. And I'm like, what the hell is Charlamagne talking about? Like, man, if you're gonna address an issue, you need to be equipped to speak about that issue objectively. Like, man, whenever your feelings become involved, you can't call yourself a journalist.
Yeah,
you can't be a journalist and put your opinion in it, because then it becomes something else. Now you are agendized, and you will weaponize your opinion because you have an audience.
Yeah.
So you are leading,
and people will laugh at the wrong shit.
Exactly. There's a couple of the wrong things that people have been laughing at. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You want to go there now, or do you want to talk about the black experience? And by the black experience, I mean that WAP.
Oh, that is a black experience.
That is the black experience. Talk about that WAP.
Yeah, man.
Hey, where are we at right now? Come on, man. Where we at right now?
I don't know. I don't want to give you the wrong answer.
Come on, man. You got to give me an answer. Where are we? WAP. Let's get it.
Hey, I couldn't hear the song.
Of course you couldn't. I don't think anybody heard the song.
I was watching, but I couldn't hear anything.
Okay, so I'm going to play the video while we talk about this. Oh, man. Is it out the titties?
Yeah, it's...
Okay, so...
Look, it's a waterfall.
Yeah.
There's water everywhere.
The first thing that caught me when I listened, because it's almost like a parody.
It is.
Yeah.
Of something. I can't figure out what it is, though.
I don't know.
It's a Crazy House.
It's kind of like,
it's like
Baby Got Back.
Money Hill. Oh, kind of.
Yeah. Kind of remind me of Baby Got Back. So the first thing that caught me
this sounds exactly how it did last time.
So when I first heard the song come on.
See, when I saw that right there?
Yeah.
I was like, man, she looked uncomfortable. Like, Cardi looked like she's down for whatever. But Meg looked like she
Did they tongues just touch?
I don't think so.
Oh.
It's just, I just feel like she's pushing herself because I don't know, if she's empowering herself and doing whatever she wants to do, that's great. But if it's somebody making her do things that she doesn't want to do, but she's doing it because, man, I'm here, I done spent all this money, I got to do this.
Got to get that look, baby.
Like, I just feel like a lot of women come out of the industry later in life like, man, I wish I wouldn't have done that one thing. And then that led to that, and that led to that, and took me down this path, And it's a great video, though.
So let me ask you a question, right? And you can take this as pertaining to WAP or anything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. Is feeling empowered the same thing as being empowered?
I think empowerment is a feeling.
I think empowerment is something very tangible.
Like, what do you mean by empowered? Because empowered is like inside. like, I was going through my Sadhguru thing, and his whole thing is you look at the world, you experience human life from the inside out. Like everything you hear, everything you see, smell is you smell it on the inside of your body. You know? So like empowerment is something that you feel on the inside. Like having money and connections and energy to go make the money connections, that's not empowerment. Empowerment is getting up to go do it and having that energy, that positive mental energy in going out there and doing it.
So
like,
because I guess the trouble that I'm having is
because how would you tangibly
how would I tangibly empower
me?
And all right, I'll teach you how to use a computer, teach you how to use the internet. That's empowerment.
But I would still be empowered with my ability to use the internet, right?
No, I mean, if you've never touched a computer, never seen the internet, me sitting you down and teaching you how to operate a computer and how to log on and go on the internet, it's empowering you because now you have a tool that you can use to enrich your quality of life.
I feel like if there's any females out there listening to this right now, they're gonna be laughing at us for trying to take credit for empowering somebody.
No,
like, I feel like when you're empowered, it's a you thing, as in the words of the legendary Cat Williams.
Yeah,
I'm
self-esteem.
You see, that's how you know I've been listening to a lot of people lately. Because what I'm starting to do is give people the credit.
Yeah.
I've been citing my sources. All show. I've been trying to do a better job of citing my sources.
So I think the reason why I'm asking this question is because I'm trying to figure out how this form of empowerment works. Like, I think about, so when I think about WAP, I think about Luke, right? Uncle Luke. I think about Too Short, right? Now, that empowerment for Uncle Luke was, okay, you telling me what I can't say. I'm creating the sticker, the parental advisory. Now I'm empowered because as an artist, I can say whatever I want to say.
All right.
So is that the empowerment that we getting from this?
No, I think the empowerment from this is that it's women, all women doing their thing. Like, it's a nasty video and it's, this racy song that your kid shouldn't listen to. And it's, but it's all women, But did you notice all the cameos?
Yeah, I seen a few.
It wasn't just Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot of young women that's out here making way more money than me. Shouts out to all of the women in the video. Let me just say that, it was a great video, and it's it is cool to see women having a stereotypical male level of fun. Out here doing their thing with no fucks given, just, exploring the wildest possibilities of, blowing the budget.
Yeah, and on that I can agree, but it takes me to a place where, and we getting here later, when I think about the Chicago music scene, and it's like that's another level of empowerment where you have a group of young men that are putting themselves in a position to provide for their family, right? But at the end of the day, you perpetuating a cycle of violence and animosity that'll have you ending up in predicaments and situations that will take you away from your family.
Are you talking
potentially?
Are you talking about the NFL?
No.
Does it sound like you're talking about the NFL?
How so?
Because we're saying that this is a very special, very small group of black men.
Yeah.
Who are making a way to feed their family.
Yeah.
And they are out there putting their life on the line, and they might not make it home to their family.
Yeah.
They all take that risk. But you were saying man, that little money ain't nothing. Like, is he really doing this? Remember when it was NFL money?
Yeah.
Like, that little money ain't nothing. Like, that's one family. Is he really being empowered to go back and save the community? And is he doing, handling his responsibilities? And, you wasn't like pocket watching, but you was like, that individual, he'll be all right without me watching the NFL,
Yeah.
And just feel like, so if you want to get into it, man, let's just get into it.
All right. But let's you know what? I want to complete the segue. So basically what I'm saying is we see the empowerment by women through the conduit of Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion via the song WAP, right? Mm-hmm. This is a celebration.
Yeah.
Right? And I made the connection to the Chicago drill scene where you are seeing these men that are stuck in a war zone, right? And make songs about being in this war zone that empower them to change the lives of the people around them and provide for their family. But that empowerment is coming at the price of perpetuating a cycle that can never be undone and results in the loss of life regularly. So when I ask, is because you feel empowered, does that mean you're empowered? That's what I mean.
All right. So I just want so my last comments is I wasn't looking, but was there any guys in the video? I don't think there was one man in that whole video.
I popped in like, hey.
I don't think there was one guy in that whole video.
I was one of them snakes.
That's another one of those, just small little observations. I seen a snake. I seen a tiger. I think I saw a lion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Animals.
Yeah, but no men.
Yeah.
And all right, so.
Yeah, but shout out to Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion.
Is it Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B? I think it's Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. I think
shout out to both of those ladies. I don't know, but it's definitely something that's getting the conversation going, and I always appreciate that.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do before I jumped into it was the obvious moment of silence.
Yeah.
Moment of silence for Duck.
FBG Duck.
FBG Duck. Yeah. Yeah, man. So this is what I've been thinking since it happened.
Okay.
So it was crazy because I was on the phone with my girl. I feel like I should call her now and and let her tell the story. But I was on the phone with her. Literally, we was on the phone. She was smoking a cigarette. She finished smoking a cigarette. She walked back into her job, hung up with me, talking to my son, maybe 45, maybe 60, 75 seconds. Boom, she calls me right back. Mm-hmm. Man, they were shooting down the block. It's like 20, 30 people running westbound towards towards Rush Street, down Oak. Ooh. And I'm like, what the hell? They just shot up Oak Street, And hours before I knew who it was, I knew that Oak Street got shot up. And I'm like, damn, they shot up Oak Street. That's crazy, And come to find out, it was him,
Yeah.
And it wasn't until later on that night when I got to work, and I was like, let me see if I can, do my Sherlock Holmes,
Mm-hmm.
And I went back, and the first one that popped up was. Well, I think the first one that popped up was Dead Bitches, but I just automatically scrolled past that because my first instinct isn't to listen to a song called Dead Bitches.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I went to Chicago Legends because I seen the picture of him with Fredo. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this don't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm not in the scene at all, but I know enough as a music fan to know, like as a music fan and as a Chicago geography person. Like I know Chicago like the back of my hand.
Chi-town citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as those two people combined, I knew enough to know those two weren't on the same side. And I'm listening to the song and it's like, oh wow. And like he's letting motherfuckers know, hey, I ain't got no love for you, but on the Chicago music scene shit, man, thank you for helping me get on, type shit. Just big up and everybody who created the drill scene, basically,
Yeah.
And then the next song was like it was kind of like the the reoccurring topic of the show, the laughing at the wrong shit.
Yeah.
You know, and how it's how he went from making this beautiful Chicago love song to yeah, that song was bullshit. This is how I really feel, you know. And it was it's that's yeah. When I heard that song, it was like, oh, that's what happened, you know. But then because the craziest part about this whole situation was that 2 days before it happened, I was thinking to myself, man, I remember listening to Duck on Vlad TV.
Yeah.
And how he was just like, you know, manhandling Chief Keef's image. Just like, yeah, he a woo woo woo, yeah, man, woo woo, blah, blah, you know, and it was just like, wow, this guy's like really out there. Like, he sound like a motherfucker off the Ave, you know, like he sound like a real Chicago goon, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I feel his authenticity, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking about him, like, man, I wonder, man, what was that one song that was like the one party song, you know? It's kind of like I felt it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And yeah, man, it's just, I don't understand. Oh yeah, and then what I was thinking about was 18-year-old Duck watching 16-year-old Chief Keef get on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no new beef. These motherfuckers been at it for generations. You know, like this is their uncles and their fathers' beef.
It's like a birthright, so to speak.
Yeah, you know. So they've been watching.
Well, I was gonna say that's why it's like it's best for people who ain't from the city, who ain't from either one of them blocks, that ain't in either one of them gangs, that don't know how street shit works. You better off just not saying nothing, man. Like I already feel a level of discomfort talking about something so sensitive that I'm not involved in, being that I'm from the city and I know what happens when a group loses someone from their group due to that kind of animosity, man. Yeah. I think that the biggest feeling for me is fear. It's fear. It's the fear that, you know, what we gonna do when all the generations under us get wiped out because of an unpaid debt, so to speak? Because I think what we're seeing is the perpetuation of the cycle of eye for an eye. Yeah,
and I guess in rap music, it's always been storytelling. You know, like you got rappers like Slick Rick. You got rappers like Nas. You got rappers like Lupe, who can tell you a great story, and they create these characters, and these characters do these great imaginary things in these stories. Yeah. The thing about the Chicago drill scene is that every character in the movie is an actual person. Yep. This is an actual young black man that they're talking about.
So you remember that mixtape series called Bangin' on Wax?
Yeah.
I think DJ Boogie Boy was putting them out. This was way back.
Yeah, they used to sell the cassettes at the Brickyard.
Yeah, and it was like literally making songs, gang banging on niggas on the tape. Yeah. So you ride through the wrong neighborhood playing this song.
Yeah,
you're gonna get towed up, right? Mm-hmm. I think the personability of the music, and that's the funny thing, right? Like, a whole genre was created, right? And
off of this little half of a neighborhood. It's not even the whole neighborhood of Inglewood.
And as Crabs in the Barrel do, those who want to present themselves as having the same authenticity claw their way to the top. Yeah. Right? Shamelessly trying to convince the world that they are legitimate street individuals and that they perpetrate the violence and the animosity that they speak on in their music.
You know, and it's weird because I work at late night. Yeah. You know, and I work in a very public place that's open 24 hours. Yep. So every now and then you'll get the young dude who's just a little too fly to be like a real authentic street dude, you know? And, you know, it just hit me last night or 2 nights ago, like, man, oh, he be around here? Oh, that's his cousin? Oh, that's his nephew. Oh, that's his brother. So these are like, there's like, you got the authentic street motherfuckers that's out here actually really covert and you can't see them, you know. And then you got they cousins and they brothers out here shining with their stuff on. You know what I'm saying? That's his car. That's his jacket. That's his shoes. But, you know, you out here shining with the chain on and you got the face tattoos because your cousin got you set for life. You gonna ride with him, you know? And it's but it's a very small neighborhood in Chicago that this genre of music has created millionaires on both sides of this little beef. Like, and I don't mean to minimize the people who have died in this beef, but compared to like something big like the explosion
Beirut.
like that's something big, you know, like this. But this is a small little gang beef between two small sets of a gang of two different gangs, you know. It's but it has created dozens of millionaires, you know. On an international level.
See, and that's what and that's where the point I was making comes in. Like, man,
didn't Chief Keef go to Paris with Kanye on the? Like, Chief Keef was in Paris with Kanye on working on one of them albums.
Possibly.
Yeah, you know, like international stars.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's empowerment, but the cost of such empowerment negates the power that it brings, I think.
Now is it really now and that's the thing. What are you empowering?
I mean, access. I mean, because how does Chief Keef get to Paris?
You don't empower access. You gain access
through empowerment.
Yeah. Now let me see. Let me Google the definition of empowerment.
While you Googling, let me just give my quick take, man, because I was watching Lupe when he found out on his live. Like, he didn't even know. And he said something that I think was very important. And it's the way I feel too. Like, man, all of these young guys out here making music, there's a lot of talented brothers, man, coming out the city. A lot of them. Most of them are very talented in doing what they do, right? But it's like, I can't listen to it because the music that you're making will kill my spirit.
Yeah.
Like, man, I can't listen to it. Like, man, I want you to be great and I want you to do what you do. But part of me just wishes, like, man, I wish y'all would stop making songs about killing each other.
Yeah, man. Like, all right, so the one line that bothers me more than any other line right now.
What's that?
Is when the beat drops and the baby goes from rapping to saying, yeah, I killed a nigga in front of my daughter when I was 2 years old.
And I kill another nigga.
And I kill another nigga. Like,
yeah.
Oh man, and it's on the radio.
It was
you know?
it was very hard for me to listen to that. Like, damn.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even rap it. Like, you're not even rapping anymore. You're telling the truth. Like, you're admitting that you would and you possibly want to kill a black man.
Yeah. And I think that's the catch-22, because on the one hand, it is still art, you know, and this is an experience that he's expressing through his art. But on the other hand, it's like you can't wave the flag of peace and love with in one hand and pose a threat to your fellow man on the other hand and say you for the cause.
No. All right, so now what if, right? Speaking artistically, right? What if somebody draws a picture of Donald Trump, getting his dick sucked by a little baby? Would that be still considered art?
Yeah.
If he has a meaning and a message behind it, and it means this, and he, gives you the whole spiel in the show, is that art?
Yeah. Because no one has the right or the power to say what art is not.
I don't know.
Like
I understand.
That's contradictory to what art is. Like, man, you can't tell me what I created ain't art. If I say it's art, I'm the artist.
I guess, yeah. And you're also the person who fights for people's First Amendment right.
Exactly. Like,
so, like, on one hand, I understand how, making a song, like, as a kid from the suburbs or a kid from Europe somewhere where there's no guns, like, London or Australia or, somewhere listening to this music and bobbing and vibing and, having a good time listening to this music. I can see how you might think that these are just characters.
Yeah.
Well,
you see, it didn't even take it to go all the way to Europe. Look at DJ Academics, the war in Chirac. He had it fucked up.
Yeah.
And he's in the States.
Yeah.
So you ain't got to go to Paris. You can go right to Jersey.
And not know how real it is in Chicago.
All right, so let's close this thing out. I just want to say, man.
All right, now going back to the laughing at the wrong shit.
Yeah.
I'm saying you was talking about before we started shooting. You was talking about the footage that you. Seen.
Yeah. That was that. I think that was beyond the obvious. A man dying.
And the comments in the footage. Are, the comments on the footage on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter could possibly prolong the beef, like take the beef to the next level. Now the next person said the wrong thing that's gonna perpetuate this beef.
I think that these generations are desensitized to seeing a man bleeding out and crawling for his life on the ground dying. It's like I saw that and I'm like, I shouldn't be seeing this.
Now on Twitter I saw a lot of people saying, oh, man, he just bled out. Police just let him sit there. Police was just sitting there watching him, right? But now my firsthand account said that the ambulance was there in 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And he was off the ground in less than 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get that 45-second video, and it seems like, oh, man, that was going on for who knows how long.
Yeah, it's not contextualized. It's just a piece of the story, and that's why the internet will always lose.
Yeah, and is in this situation, on this one, I don't have any authority over anything else. I have a first account. You know what I'm saying? A first witness. What am I trying to say? A first account witness who was there when it happened. Who saw, like, she went outside. She saw him on the ground. She saw the window broke out of the store. She saw the ambulance come up, pick him up, and leave. And I just feel like, even if you're the biggest Chief Keef fan or the other side of this battle, man, it's never right to laugh at somebody dying in the street.
So
how are you gonna laugh at this man dying in the street, but you gonna loot the same Dolce and Gabbana store that he was in when they killed George Floyd in the street? George Floyd was killed, murdered in the street by the police, and you go and you loot the Dolce and Gabbana store.
Yeah.
Duck gets, Duck is like, flipping over, trying to catch his last breaths in front of the same store, and you laughing at it.
Yeah.
And it's the black consensus that, oh, this is something to laugh at. This is funny because this is going to make another great song for these people. And then something's going to happen over there. It's going to make another great song for these people. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait till the next album comes out. And these are actual people.
And I believe it's just a cycle continuing on and the perpetuation of what was already out here and that energy that was already there. But I say this, I am not involved in this situation. I don't know these people, and I know this is a very real thing. So I will pass along my sympathies, and I would say, man, even though I don't believe it's gonna stop, I hope y'all young brothers one day figure out that this ain't gonna work for us, and this ain't the way to go, man, and y'all can find a way to move past it, man, so we can be better people and better men and a better society and community, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. See, that's the thing, man. There's so many black people. Like, I want to end it right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. R.I.P.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
But there's so many different black people. It's like, okay, well, when we're talking to black people, we got to talk to these people.
Yeah.
When we're talking to black people, we got to talk to these people. Like, if you go into Howard University, you're talking to a very privileged, very smaller group of black people.
It's a different group.
You know what I'm saying? If you go on 79th and Stony Island, you're talking to a very different group of black people. If you go to, you know, I don't know, motherfuckers that shop at Kohl's versus motherfuckers that shop at Walmart versus motherfuckers that shop at Target.
Versus the guy that go to the T-shirt store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, versus the guy that's rocking draws from the gas station.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many. Black people are very diverse. Like,
I mean, I think that's a misnomer. I would say people are very diverse.
yeah, well, I mean,
I get what you're saying, but when you colorize it, I think you take away from the greater statement that's to be made, which is people are diverse. White people are diverse. Indian people are diverse. Jewish people are diverse. Latin people are diverse. It's the diversity of people. I don't want to just marginalize it to black, even though that's the topic of discussion.
Yeah.
No. Even though that's the topic of discussion, you got to realize, and what people got to realize is, in situations where you colorize things, you cut off a whole segment of people that need to understand, right?
And part of understand what you're trying.
And part of understanding is creating scenarios that people can relate to.
Yeah, inclusion.
Right, inclusion.
Yeah. All right, I understand that. But now, yes. But on the topic of black people,
All right, right back to it. Okay.
Like, black people are very diverse. It's a very diverse group of. Okay. Let me say this. You've
been saying it.
There's a very diverse. Oh. Okay. The American descendants of slavery are a very diverse group of people.
It ain't meant to be, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's all I'm saying is that you can't just take it all on and expect every single individual in this group to have the same opinion about any topic, you know? Like,
well, you know, it's when you talk to different people from different cultures, you know, you get that, and sometimes you get it in a greater degree. Like when you talk to Armenian people, when you talk to Jewish people, when you talk to Indian people, especially, like as far as like the subject of oppression, oh man, it's like a total lack of perspective on the part of the American as to the level of oppression that's going on in the world.
Yeah, and it's current.
Right now.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of, like, you always hear about the Dubai and the UAE, you know, and UEA, United Arab UAE, yeah. And you hear about, like, the rich people being ultra rich riding around with Jaguars in their Porsche.
Yeah.
And you hear about the working class people who are making like $4 an hour to carry and shine your gold bars for you, you know, and it's like, wow, this is, you know, like, this is going on right now. You know, you hear about what's going on in Zimbabwe. Like, I'm not fully versed on what's going on in Zimbabwe, but I know that there's like a civil war going on, and the cops out there are like going crazy right now.
Yeah, snatching up protesters.
Yeah.
So I think that what you see, and that's what I meant by what I said. it's like, man, I think the global perspective would lend itself to better handling of the subject of injustice, because when you localize it, it's a local thing. But when you open it up, I take it back to what Dr. King said. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like you really have to have, even though you have your individual fight, you have to have that perspective, because, I mean, it's oppression. So you find your allies in the oppressed.
Yeah, man, I knew there was something big that happened before Kobe. And it was Hong Kong.
Yeah, nobody's talking about Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Nobody.
What's going on in Hong Kong
and
since...
And I'm glad you brought that up, because we see the NBA, you know, it's Black Lives Matter written all across the court. Everybody got their stand up for something jerseys on, and all of these sentiments that are sympathizing with that cause. But LeBron, none of these people are allowed to say anything about what's going on in China.
Yeah.
Like, they cannot.
That's the money.
Yeah. So you speak of injustice and you speak of activism.
Yeah.
Yet the obvious injustice
is being covered up.
Yes. And you are contractually binded to not talk about it. You'll kneel for the anthem all you want to.
Yeah.
But these people who are having their democracy ripped away from them.
Yeah. You can't speak on.
People our age.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being 34 years old and told that this podcast thing? Nah. This internet? Nah. Macca's? Nah.
Yeah.
No more French fries unless it's coming from us.
Yeah, that's
terrifying.
I mean, but they are like, it's the price you pay to get the pay.
It's the price you pay to get paid.
Yeah.
I had to pay that price to get this price.
yeah. It's the price you pay to get the price.
Yeah.
You know?
Because,
if I tell you, oh, yeah, you check your bank account, you got that $45 million, all right, hop on one leg to the front door.
Right.
Okay.
Get your cripple ass out of here. That $45 million, though.
You want another $45 million?
Yeah. So, you know, I don't want to take away from anybody's movement or feeling, but I will say that, man, perspective is invaluable.
Yeah.
You know, just like we always talk about, like, man, you fill up a bus full of kids from the ghetto and take them to the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, take them to the Sky Deck. You know what I'm saying? Take them to Indiana
literally
Dunes.
Change their life.
Take them to Indiana Dunes. You're going to change everything.
Change everything about them.
Yeah. Now you take that same person and put them in a grown body and give them perspective about what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The world, Craig.
Yeah. And now that's the thing. That's what I mean by this diverse group of people. You know? Like, because you got kids who have never been on the Chicago Avenue bus. They walked to grade school, they walked to high school, and they never had to leave the hood for anything. Yep. You know, you can go to Foot Locker right there on Kedzie. You can go to Orr. You can go to Weston House.
Chinese food, pizza.
You know what I'm saying?
Grocery store.
The Party, the Bottle Man, Loose Square Man.
Yeah.
Any drug you need
Whopper
is right
City.
there in your hood.
You get gas.
Yeah, like and you get gas to just ride through the blocks and just stunt and show off what you got.
Yeah.
You don't even got to go out the hood to buy a car or the rims or the sounds.
Nope.
You know? And then, like, because I remember I was watching going back to the South Side. I was watching when Chop was getting on.
Yeah.
And Chop, somebody interviewed Chop at the Bean.
Yeah.
And it was his first time ever being at the Bean.
Yeah.
And he is already a platinum selling producer.
Never drove a car.
Never drove a car, never went to the Bean.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, bro, that's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've driven from your house or around there to the Bean, you know, on my way back out west.
Yeah.
You know? Like, imagine how many kids have never seen the Baha'i Temple. Have you ever seen the Baha'i Temple?
I have not.
In Wilmette?
No, I have.
Man.
I only been to Wilmette a couple of times. I've had no reason to go there.
Look, if you're driving in the middle of the night. You just dropped off somebody on an Uber trip. You just driving through the streets of Wilmette, and you pull up on this thing. You will think life ended, and you're seeing a spaceship.
You know what I think, man?
Like it's amazing.
I think I want to vote for Kanye West.
I see, man. I know I don't want to vote for Joe Biden, man.
See, there we go. Here we go. Okay, look.
Now, after what he said, man, like, cause
It's like the man steady saying, "Open your mouth, open your mouth again, open up one more time." Steady hawking loogies in your mouth.
So I just want to say, I want to say one thing, man.
Okay.
About my Joe Biden comments from earlier.
Slow Joe
is that I feel like since the looting, I feel like the black and brown relationship in Chicago has like lost power. Like there's some kind of animosity going on, you know, and I don't know. I just want to say, as a spokesperson for both sides, like, let's stop this shit, man. We are not the problem.
Okay. All right. Let me tell you why I'm voting for Kanye West, right? He posted a list of his campaign, what he's running, his running platform, right? Mm-hmm. So, to restore the sound national economy, reduce household debt and student loan debt, provide leadership to restructure our country's educational system to serve the most at-risk vulnerable populations, allowing the widest possible range of educational and vocational paths to job opportunities and career success, maintain a strong national defense, fully prepared but not so quick to tie up our country's young men and women in foreign quagmires that do not advance our national interests, which last for decades. Hold on. You're going to love this one. Reform the legal system to provide true justice, equitable for all citizens, regardless of race or ability to defend oneself in court, recognizing the disparity in verdicts and prison sentences caused by the lack of financial resources or legal assistance. And wait, where's the good one? Reform the approach to policing in a manner that treats all Americans the same, regardless of race, color, or ethnicity. Refocus police forces on real crime. Eliminate federal sentencing guidelines that tie the hands of judges, resulting in ridiculous sentences for the most minor offenses. That's the Joe Biden crime law. Mm-hmm. Take care of the environment, diligently pursuing clean air and water as a national security priority and making renewables top priority, and ensure that we always place Americans' best interests first and foremost in dealing with foreign affairs. We must project strength, not aggression. We want to trust, but we must also verify. We want fair trade, not one-sided deals that hurt American workers. And the last two are creativity and arts can be an important source of innovation and development of other national strengths and resources, and support faith-based groups to provide vital local services, giving communities a shared purpose in government. I would vote for that.
You know, the craziest
I would vote for that.
As you were reading that, the craziest part that came to me was, I believe he wrote that shit himself.
Me too. And it's like, all right, you gonna vote for?
But I believe he was like doing the Tootsie Roll in the corner, you know, and then it just came to him. Yeah. He just wrote that shit down. As soon as he wrote it down, he threw the pen at the floor as hard as possible, and he went in the backyard.
He punctured his own foot,
and went in the back, got on the ATV, and went for a 3-mile ride.
Yes. In Wyoming.
Yes.
Look.
Screaming, scoopity poop.
Swoop-dee-whoop. So look, right? In a world where nobody wants to vote for Donald Trump and the only option is Joe Biden. Open your mouth. and Kanye West come out with this. What do you
Oh man.
Isn't it obvious?
You know it's scary, man.
And Chance, look, I listened to Chance talk about this, right? Chance was saying, like, bruh, you got to realize Kanye West ain't never did no violence or harm to nobody. And you talk about two wealthy white men that have been intertwined in international business.
Yeah.
People get hurt.
Yeah. But I mean, no. Like at the same time,
I'm writing them in, son.
I don't know if I'm more tired of the dirty American politicians and their agenda.
Yeah.
Or if I'm more tired of celebrities making a mockery of the American government.
How so? I mean, what's this mockery you speak of?
I just everything that Donald Trump has been doing over the last 4 years. It's just like, bruh, you know you can't do that. And 7th graders know you can't do that. You know, like people who just took the Constitution test 3 months ago know that you can't do that.
I think I think most of the presidents have those moments. You just don't see them.
But then why are his so public?
Because you know what he did. You know what he did. He called out the media.
Yeah.
When you call out the media, it's a wrap for you. You remember look at what happened to Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, they tried to take that man out because he spoke up about paparazzi and the media and how it's such an intrusion on his life.
Mm-hmm. And then you see whatchamacallit. You see Barack back in the news. You know what I'm
shuffling and doing a Tootsie Roll and Cabbage Patch all over.
Nah, when he took that shot in the Oval Office, he was like, wop.
Oh, when he showed Steph Curry how to shoot.
And he said, wop.
Oh, shut up.
That's why he's back on Twitter.
Yeah, man. Look.
Wop.
Yeah, I make light of this year's presidential election, but I don't know. I'm not going to express exactly how I feel. But seeing that from Kanye West really put everything into perspective, where you got one dude that's very pompous. You have another dude that is clearly detached from society and is playing towards whoever will listen. And then you got Kanye West that's saying, "Hey man, I want to help." So
Kanye West always says he wants to help. And low key, Kanye West be helping a lot.
He be helping a lot. The man be helping.
Kanye West be helping.
Yeah, that's the name of this episode. Kanye West be helping.
He do though.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like the spirit of Breeze is in here, man. I'm copping out for Ye this week, man. All right?
Oh, man. I don't know, man. It just seems like a lot of fun. You know?
It shouldn't be?
Yeah, it shouldn't be at all. It should not be a lot of fun at all, man.
It shouldn't be a lot of whatever this is either. So we got to do something.
Man.
Let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, man.
Right. Thank y'all for tuning in once again, man. For all of y'all that been rocking with us this long, man. Make sure you share with a friend. That's youtube.com/faculty lounge, soundcloud.com/faculty-lounge. Faculty Lounge, you search that on Spotify, it'll pop up in your search bar. Follow us on all social media at The Faculty Lounge. That's DA Faculty Lounge. I am at Chicago Fog on all social media.
Yep. I'm at Anonymous.
Yes, he is.
ENONOMOS.
They know.
Do they really though?
I don't know, Sauce Man.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So look, tune in next week, man.
It got hot in here, man. Yeah. Like I'm sweating now.
Make sure y'all tune in next week. Make sure y'all leave a comment, man. Drop a like, drop a dislike, man. Let us know that you're here and listening.
Yeah, man. And shouts out to all the people out there who recognize me.
Yes.
It makes me feel good, man.
And shout out to the people that used to recognize me. No. But let's take them on out of here, man. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay safe, man. Hug your family. Tell them you love them. Man, be aware. Be present.
Be present.
What time is it?
Time to get back to the studio.
Thanks for watching and listening. Double salute. Peace.